I'm going to attempt to walk 100,000 steps in less than 24 hours. I'm not gonna lie, my feet are already killing. Feet are hurting. Feels like the skin's just ripping off. Basically got 2 blisters, just hit 50,000 steps. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. This is beyond anything that I thought it would be. So it's currently like 3 a.m. I feel like Mark Wahlberg getting up at this ungodly hour. Let's do this! I'm currently weighing 172.6 pounds. Okay, so it's currently about 3:30 in the morning. I started a little bit later than I wanted to. Yeah, it's not actually, I thought it'd be colder than it is. We're currently 770 steps in. I haven't actually got like a route in mind. So I guess I'm just kind of walking aimlessly. First 1,000 steps. So right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I think when I get to sort of, I don't know, 50,000, 60,000 steps, I think that's when not only the physical strain, but also the mental strain will really start to kick in. One thing I noticed is how silent it is this time in the morning. People! All right, so it is currently about 6 in the morning. We're just over 10,000 steps in. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not feeling too bad. I'm gonna go to a spot, watch the sunrise, do another walk, hopefully get another 5,000 steps, and then go get some breakfast. I actually had some food before I came out, so I'm not feeling too hungry just yet, but gonna be burning a lot of calories today. Gotta make sure we're refeeding the body, keeping those energy levels up. Gonna keep walking for now and go watch the sunrise. Well, what a sunrise. All right, people, so it is 20 past 8 and we're just over 23,000 steps in. Just recently been home, changed over my shoes and put on an extra pair of socks. I think the shoes I was wearing before were just writing off my feet. The balls of my feet were already starting to hurt, which isn't really a good sign this early on, but they're definitely feeling much better now. We've got the Air Force on. Just currently on my way to go get some breakfast, or second breakfast. Whoa.
Seconds later.
Breakfast number 2 complete. It's just gone 9 o'clock. Currently heading to a local forest, I guess you could call it. Just gonna take a big long walk, try and kill another 25,000 steps, and then probably take a rest. I'm not gonna lie, my feet are already killing, but we'll just keep going and keep pushing on. Oh. 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 Oh, that's nice.
Stop it. Get some help.
And we keep on going. Just over 30,000 steps in. Feet are hurting. My feet are in a lot of pain right now. It's like the balls of my feet are just, feels like the skin's just ripping off. I'm only just over 35,000 steps in. Just gotta keep going, one step at a time.
12 seconds later.
I feel like so much of this is mindset, you know, thinking I can walk these 100,000 steps compared to thinking I can't will have, it just has such a big influential impact on my outcome. My feet are probably in the most pain I've ever experienced. Literally feels like I'm walking on bone, and I'm only just over 35,000 steps in. Just gotta keep on going, one foot after the other. Just keep getting these steps in. Seek some discomfort. Once I get a momentum going, I feel all right. When I stop, that's when it really starts to sit in, and it's like, okay, you know, I'm putting my body through a lot. I mean, I work in an office, so my steps at the minute are shockingly low. So I'll average around 3,000 to 4,000 a day, which is not good at all. Kind of just gone from one extreme to the other, which I do not recommend at all to anyone watching this video. I really just wanted to put myself through this both physical and mental endurance. I think stuff like this is just so beneficial, helps you grow, and it just develops you as a person. To know that I can put myself through this will just massively benefit me. All right, people, it is almost 1 o'clock. Basically got 2 blisters, one on each foot, forming right on the balls of my feet. Getting pretty painful. I feel as though I can keep going, just one foot after the other. 45,000 steps in, almost halfway. And I've also, for the 3rd time now, I've changed shoes to these. They're a bit lighter, a bit of a slower pace now, which isn't really ideal. Don't want to overdo it any more than I already am. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I knew it was gonna be hard, but I mean, I'm not even halfway there yet, and I'm feeling it. I think me going from 3,000-4,000 steps a day to this extreme is really putting both my body and my mind through it. Just know I've got to keep going. I want to get to that 100,000 steps. I'll check in with you in a little while. It's starting to rain. I'm not feeling too bad, to be fair. Don't get me wrong, my legs are now feeling it. My feet, I don't want to speak too soon, but they're maintainable. We're on 47, approaching 48,000 steps. Almost at that halfway mark. I can do this. I can do this. It's approaching 2 o'clock, just hit 50,000 steps. I'm feeling pretty good. I actually felt worse earlier, which is kind of strange, but we don't know what lies ahead, so keep going, one foot in front of the other. Alright guys, so as we cross over the halfway mark, I just want to take a quick moment to talk about the Make a Change movement. Make a Change movement is all about making a productive change with our daily distractions. So much of our time is now consumed with endless information that we essentially don't even remember half an hour later, and also sidetracks us from the things that really matter. Is where I break down the fundamentals and the effects of social media. To join the Make a Change movement, hit that subscribe button and make a change today. My hips, my knees, my legs, oh my God. I just took like a 10-minute rest. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. It's currently 4:30, 12 hours in. These last 2 hours have been tough, but it's just one foot in front of the other. My feet are really hurting, my legs are really hurting, but my mind is there. Just gotta keep going. I don't think I've ever gone through anything as hard as this. This is something different, but I want that 100,000. I'm gonna get that 100,000. I actually sat down for 10-15 minutes and I shouldn't have sat down. Progressively as days go on, the more I sit down, when I get up and go to walk again, it's like trying to start an old car. It's just slower and slower and slower. We're on 62, nearly 63,000 steps. Getting there, the pace has slowed down. I feel like I'm slowly getting momentum. I don't want to go too fast because if I overdo it, I'm done for. If I go too slow, my body kind of goes into rest mode and it just wants to shut off. I needed a piss earlier and I didn't even want to go. I went, and even me standing to go for a piss, just like starting that motor again. 12 hours in, we're feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it, but just gotta keep going. One foot in front of the other. About 78,000 steps. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I want that 100,000 so bad. My feet are in agony. My legs, my knees, my hips. Everything hurts. This is beyond anything that I thought it would be. This is something else. One foot in front of the other. We keep going. We keep going. Just crossed 85,000. Nearly there. 15k more. 15k to go. See that finish line. See it. Come on. Woo! We are at 99,080 steps. Wow. Nearly there, baby. Nearly there. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. My whole body aches. I can't feel my feet. I can't feel my knees. My hips are gone. I f***ing love it. 100,000 steps.
joking?
No.
You've done it though. Woo!
Oh,
Get in.
oh, f***ing God. Oh.
Yes, Sam. Well done, mate.
We're dropping off at
Fucking did it,
Oh
mate.
my God. Oh. Stuck. Fucking.
somehow stood.
Oh, I'll get in that car.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, oh.
What are you doing?
Fucking made it. Thank you everyone for watching. Oh my God. Oh, I've never experienced anything like that in my whole life. Oh. Seek some discomfort. See you later. Oh. Well, talk about getting your daily walk in. Alright, so I thought I'd give you guys an insight leading up to the walk, how I was feeling throughout the walk itself, and everything after. Now, because I'm an absolute idiot, I didn't train for this, at all. As you saw in the video, my average daily step count is between 3,000 and 4,000 a day, which is really bad, I know. Yeah, I actually worked out that I did my average monthly step count in one day. Great idea, yeah. All right, so the walk, the good old morning stroll. So all joking aside, it was hard, really, really hard. Probably the hardest thing I've ever done. So all in all, it took me a total of 18 hours. I was out the door at 4:30 in the morning and I finished at 10:30 that night. It started off really well. You know, I was walking, feeling good. Yeah, I could do this. Piece of and then around 3 hours in, my feet start hurting. A lot. Now, just a quick note, throughout the whole walk, I stayed relatively close to home. I don't mean 30 seconds away from home. I was close enough that if anything happened to me, you know, it wasn't a million miles away. Alright, so with 3 hours in, my feet are hurting. I decided to go back home and change my shoes. This happened 2 more times. I went from these to these to these, back to these. After changing my shoes 3 times, I ended up wearing the ones that I wore in the first place. So, interesting story. So as I go to change my shoes for the 3rd and final time, about 10 feet away from home, what happened is I took a step with my right foot and I just feel this skin on the ball of my foot just rip open. It really hurt. So I get in, I'm showering down my foot, water going on this tender skin. It was just not a good sight. I get a load of talcum powder on, which by the way helped a lot. Put a plaster on and straight back to it. So around 2 o'clock, I hit the halfway mark, 50,000 steps. Now at this point, I'd been going for around 9.5 hours without really taking a proper rest. I mean, I had little rests here and there, as you saw in the forest, sat down when I had breakfast, but nothing substantial as in me properly recharging. Now, this is one thing I noticed. Every time I'd rest, then when I'd get up from that rest, it was almost like I was learning how to walk each and every time. But with every rest, it just got harder and harder and harder. My whole body essentially was kind of thinking, oh, you're resting. I'm just gonna shut off. Then me getting back up is oh, okay. Here we go again. Now, you'll actually notice between 2 and 4 p.m, my step count had just dropped by quite a bit. Reason being, I actually ended up taking 2 rests in between this point. Probably wasn't a good idea. After the first rest, I finally got back into a good momentum. You know, I was feeling good. I then actually ended up meeting my mates at KFC. I sat down. Getting up after that was hard. Going back into a good momentum. It took quite a bit longer than it did with the first rest. Alright, so 70,000 steps. I'd probably say onwards from 67,000 steps, I really started to feel it. Like, I'd never been into this place both physically and mentally ever before. For the last 6 hours, I was essentially doing loops fairly close to home, just in case anything happened. Now, I won't go into too much detail, but I'd gone to places I had never gone to before, both physically and mentally. Yeah, it got pretty ugly. There were points within this walk where me breathing, like, almost like a steam train, just trying to get it going. There's a point as well from, I'd probably say from maybe 7 till 8, maybe even half 8. I was going very slow. My pace had really dropped down. And in my mind, I was like, fuck, you know, I'm walking slower, and in my head I'm thinking the slower I'm walking, the longer it's gonna take. And I literally couldn't walk any faster. I was in a lot of pain. And every time I'd walk up to a curb, lifting my leg up onto the curb was really painful. I guess my body was just so used to walking more or less on a flat surface in the same sort of rhythm. Really, really strange. Did not expect that. And around 75,000 steps, I'd probably say around 80,000 steps, I had a cream egg. It saved my life. It's a really weird thing. I literally felt like I was in a video game. I could literally feel the food fueling my body. I had this cream egg, and I just started pacing. This lasted for quite a while. I mean, I was eating throughout the day. I was slow releasing carbohydrates, bananas, dense calorie bars, bagels. Saw I had the McDonald's breakfast in the morning. Probably isn't the best fuel source, but got to the 90,000 step mark. My mates came out to do the final 10,000 with me, which was just really awesome. I just want to give a big thank you to my support network. You know who you are. Literally could not have done it without each and every one of you, so thank you so much. But yeah, interesting thing actually, for the last 3,000 steps, my headphones died, pushing with no external motivation. So, the aftermath. I'd say the most pain I was in, the point from me finishing the walk to me going to bed that night. I literally could not walk on my own. I finished the walk, mates were helping me to the car. I was probably sat down for 20 minutes, half an hour. They ended up dropping me back. When I tried to get out of the car, I couldn't get out of the car. My right knee absolutely shot. My whole legs were in pain. My feet were in a lot of pain. Parts of my back were hurting. Really, really felt the effects afterwards. The next day, so the Sunday, more or less the same thing. It wasn't as bad of pain, still really, really feeling it. My right hip flexor was gone, my knee was gone. I couldn't lift my right leg up to get in the shower. I literally had to get in the shower the most weird way. So I was trying to, throughout the day, just do like 5-10 minute little like hobbling walks, just as some form of active recovery. The longer I sat down and just let my legs lock up, it was really, really hard to get back up and start walking again. Monday, I was feeling a lot better, still limping a bit. By Tuesday lunchtime, I was more or less back to normal. I'm very lucky and, you know, grateful in the fact that I had a very fast recovery. So yeah, that was the after effects. Now, to all the juicy stats. This I know you guys have been waiting for. I lost a total of 8 pounds. You saw at the start of the video, I weighed 172.6 pounds. And the following morning, I weighed 164.5 pounds. I walked for a total of 18 hours, out the door at 4:30 in the morning, finished the walk at 10:30 that night. Traveled a total distance of 81.4 kilometers, or 50.58 miles. And climbed 51 floors, for those of you who really care. Now what you're thinking, Sam, calories? What about the calories? Wait there. Alright, so this Fitbit that I was using doesn't track your calories, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but based on my height and my weight, I'd say I burn anywhere between 7,000 and 8,000 calories. I'm sorry to let you down, but unfortunately I don't have active calorie count, but I'd say it's anywhere between 7,000 and 8,000 calories. That is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. And remember, put down your phones and let's make a change. I'll see you soon.